All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hibike Euphonium, Season 2, Episode 5.
Last episode, we got the communication.
Finally.
Wholesome confrontation. Just talking about feelings and everything. And it's great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. One of my favorite just kind of moments of character interactions with having the two new characters, really, even though we've seen bits of them, before.
Right.
Actually having this moment to talk in a way that, Asuka was wrong.
Yeah. Like she had good reason for thinking that, you know, it might be a good idea, but
she was ultimately wrong here. This needed to happen.
Yep.
And because it now happened, everything could be incredible after this because since they were not only willing to talk but to show their full emotions regarding this situation in front of each other, and Kumiko there just being the awkward fly on the wall through it all, means that she learned a lot from this as well.
Yes, and the idea that it was something that was a non-issue once they actually talked about it, right? That it was all the misconceptions and thinking what other people were feeling or the reasons why they did things rather than what was actually going on. Yeah. And also, Yuko, you were an MVP.
And Yuko did a lot to make this happen. It's really interesting thinking about Yuko and Nakagawa in that they were the wings supporting the flight of these two characters.
Right.
And then, of course, they hate each other, though. So.
Baka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
I kind of ship them.
Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
So now that the, a lot of the interpersonal drama and stuff is resolved for now, at least, maybe? Do you think they'll get into more of, the sports kind of side of things of, ooh, these are the strong competitors and, all that stuff?
I mean, yeah, sure, but I almost feel like they're still so far off from that.
Yeah.
I don't really need it to be happening anytime soon. Because this is definitely one of those shows that's like a season 3 never kind of thing. Where season 3 is probably where most of the tournament arc and all that actually happens.
Yeah,
just based on the pacing thus far. I want more practice and stuff with them figuring out, how to take things seriously.
Oh!
Yeah! Alright! Go! Way to go! Miraculous harmony.
Okay.
Ooh. After the drama, we get harmony. Yeah. That was it.
Okay.
That was it. Okay. They did it. That was it.
Wait, tomorrow?
Presenting the pieces. Okay, wow, never mind. I guess there's oh. Like me. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, smile.
All right. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God, then tomorrow?
Yeah, I did not know it was that soon.
Oh, okay.
So if tomorrow is the Kansai competition, are we going to see nationals this season?
No. There's so many, ones competing in the Kansai one.
It's okay. Oh no, please make there not be any family drama tonight.
See, there's definitely lots of character stuff that they can get into outside of the sports stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. be so focused and stuff, and like antsy and anxious, and just
talk after the competition, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, they're walking. They're walking together. Oh, nice.
All right.
I love it. 12 minutes. 12 minutes though.
東証を含めた3校が金でした。それから理科高校は銀だったみたいです。嘘。もう吐きそう。外さらしくないな。いつもの元気はどうしたの？はあ、早く切り替えてね。はい。
Okay. Azusa's her friend, so let's see how things go.
では、一回だけ深呼吸しましょうか。大きく息を吸って。
Are we actually seeing it this episode?
吐いて。笑顔で。
Reina does not smile at all.
部長、何かありますか？
先生、去年の今頃。
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reina's like,
私はここで負けたくない。関西に来られてよかった。で終わりにしたくない。ここまで来た以上、何としてでも次へ進んで、北宇治の音を全国に響かせたい。
Oh.
okay.
There is the fire of Asuka.
Yeah.
Competitive. Let's go.
じゃあ部長。
Well, there's not much to say at this point.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
Oh, this is so great. Okay. Oh. Oh. It could be a problem. Yeah. Please and thank you.
All right.
God, this show is so cute.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh.
That's right. This isn't the end.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, and that's so cool having Nozomi be the one that opened the
curtain.
Opened the curtain for them. Yeah. Oh.
And then cutting away.
Oh my God.
No.
That's killer. Yeah, Reina.
All right. Okay.
Dang, look at her fingers, man. Like, all right, her moment's coming up.
All right.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This part feels like the classic JRPG running through the grasslands kind of part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This feels like straight out of a Zelda game or something like it. Wow, this animation too.
I know. How do they make the instruments look so good?
Oh my God. Oh, that part. Oh.
I love that this is a solo we've heard before, and yet they're still spending this much time on it, you know?
That is for you. Yeah. Oh. That's love, bitch. Oh. 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 Yoroizuka.
Yeah. And then...
Yep.
I love how this is basically a moment that they just have to... all to themselves to enchant the audience.
Right. Oh, I wonder if a professional listening to this could, like, tell which instruments are weakest or strongest or something. Because they obviously can't just hire professionals, be like, play this perfectly. It's like, well, play it like high schoolers playing it really well, you know? Like,
Right.
Oh, all right. And that's it. Yep. That's the 4 pieces. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh.
Way to go.
Oh. Well done.
Yeah.
Stuff it looks like they're baking in the sun with the lights and everything. It's just, crazy. Oh my god.
Now they're not going to be so cruel as to have them get eliminated from the runnings.
But they're not showing us the rankings this episode.
True. Yeah. Like, imagine how horrible that would be if it's like, all right, not even quite to the middle of the season, and then, nope, they do great, but they don't quite make it.
Yeah. One of the things that I think I think I'm either misconstruing or misunderstanding is it just the one performance and then it's like, all right, cool. We cut a whole bunch of you that didn't get like the best scores. Even if you all got golds, it doesn't matter necessarily.
Right. Hence the whole idea of the dud gold. Yeah.
Right. Because then there's ultimately a judging bit of, splitting hairs of which of these golds deserves to go and represent Kansai.
Yeah. Which is probably why in the beginning of the episode they were talking about the actual medals that the other schools got.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's all right, maybe these people are in the running because they got gold, but you don't actually know if, who's going on to nationals.
Oh!
Yeah. All of them holding hands and just...
They're next after this. Gold! Yes!
All right! Okay!
All right!
Okay!
That's the first gauntlet passed. We're not through yet. 17 was another good school, too.
Yep.
Oh! Victory! 3 schools representing them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tosho. I believe Tosho was the really strong school they saw on TV. Mujo as well.
The one right before them.
Yeah.
The one right before them. Oh, God. Are they going to take the top spot?
Oh, they're all there! Yeah! Oh! Yes! Oh!
You're going to nationals.
Yeah! I'm looking for Nozomi or Hiroshika. Yeah! Nozomi! Yeah! And Asuka! Oh. Look at the principal, too. Oh. Yeah. There's Hiroshika!
She just...
コンクールはまだ嫌いですか？ きになった
Oh,
all right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that would have been cruel if we
would've been
saw
really
the performance but didn't get to see the results.
Okay. Cool.
Oh man.
They did it. They did it.
They did it. And like, not only they did it, but apparently the competition was this episode. Like, what is it with our timing for when we're like, now that this is done?
I really didn't think it was going to happen here.
I didn't think so either.
I thought the family stuff was going to get brought up. I thought that there would be some general drama with Asuka getting brought up.
Sure.
In a lot of ways, they teased at both of them, though. First thing they teased was the family being something that once Mom came in, Kumiko left, went out into the patio, and was like, hey, I'm going to talk about this out here.
Right.
So her mom doesn't keep kind of putting her nose into this. Now, I would say her mom's probably not a problem character with regards to Kumiko necessarily, but it's just a little extra tease there.
Right.
Other bit was that Asuka did bring up the fact that she's like, hey, I get it. Being here is crazy. We would have never expected this a year ago. But because of Taki,
right,
and because we all decided to push ourselves along with Taki, we are here.
Yep.
So I don't want us to be like, oh, I'm so happy we at least got here. No, I want to take this all the way.
Right.
So I want to win. And I like that Asuka was given the platform upon which to say this. Now, she kind of took it from the president, which is an Asuka style thing.
They have a working dynamic,
Exactly. But it was a really cool moment for someone to also speak in a more impassioned way, something that people like Reina are thinking, but aren't actually going to say because Reina doesn't need to broadcast that to the group.
Well, and it's also something that is, in a way, it's sort of risky. Because they're already dealing with a ton of pressure, right? And Asuka is basically putting more pressure on them. Now, it's done in a way where it's done in as positive a way as possible, right? In that we are going to nationals, like this is happening, right? It's getting them fired up, and then it's also done as a thing of, there's a trust, right? Where it's we understand each other, we know, like we've worked, sweat and bled together, right? So I'm asking just that little bit more of you that I know you want to give, right?
Yeah, and it is a future thing. It is not something that is is encompassed entirely within this competition.
Right. It's we're going to play the best we can, and that's not really going to change either way.
Right.
But let's go to nationals.
Right. It's also saying, hey, going to nationals is not just what she's saying either. She's saying, I want to win nationals.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to take this all the way.
I want all of Japan to hear Katauji.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big difference here.
Right.
While a lot of this might be something where they just think, oh yeah, well, let's go to nationals. And then they think they did it here.
Yep.
Asuka might again have to say, guys, I didn't mean let's just get to nationals. I wanted to win nationals. Yeah. I wanted to go all the way to the top.
And there is something that I want to point out that I really appreciated that Asuka did in parallel with the whole thing of let's have all of Japan hear Katauji, is that she said, since Taki did this for us, right? Since he led us like this, let's do him the honor of having fun with it, right? We have taken this piece and we have worked it into our bones, into our DNA, right?
Yeah.
Like let's let them all hear it, right? They are not going to hear a stressed performance. They are going to hear something that is triumphant and yet whimsical. Like we will dominate this competition and they will know the name of Katauji.
Yeah, thankfully she wasn't raising her fist and
right, exactly,
slamming her desk and But that being said, this episode was a celebration of the music that they have practiced for all this time. It was really cool having those moments where I, as someone who is musically illiterate with regards to what they're actually doing and being able to tell when it's great or perfect, it was really cool seeing the solos come into play at the specific times, being able to follow the flow of the music at the very least, and then just having it all on display. And KyoAni just went all out with this show. And I was joking with Jacob, like, in between the reaction and discussion portion here, there's so many little things that this show just reminds me that they just don't half-ass in the slightest when it comes to like extra frames of like little bits of animation. Like everything down to freaking Hazuki's little bit where she like leans on the rings in the train. And then the subway, and then her feet like kind of go up on her heels and like twist, but also like
like twist,
and then like then and with the weight of her body kind of hanging there, but also suspended a little bit.
Right, so it's not like steady in one place, you know.
Why do you like this, KyoAni? Why are you like this? And it's so extra.
That's just one little detail.
One little detail.
Like this is the kind of thing where I could totally see the president of KyoAni or whoever like sort of leads the operation being like, everyone, I want the world to hear the name of Kyo Animation, you know, like the amount of passion that they put into this. They really are the animation nerds that are making a show about a bunch of wind ensemble nerds, you know. Yeah.
Also, another thing that I've more come to appreciate without even really understanding the complexities of it, but every bit of Taki animation has got to be on a whole nother level because of how much hand motion and finger motion there is. Yep. But they actually could have spent a lot of time ignoring him because he's not one of the performers, if that makes sense. He is performing, like he is doing a very physically intensive part of all of this.
Yep.
And he's not stopping for 12 minutes straight, which is really tough. Like he gets minor breaks in between the pieces. I mean, minor.
Right.
But you heard the way they had things like the solo bridge its way into the next piece. Like there's very little time in there, and then they go all out in some of those bits with him just
so
close up.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I think my personal favorite. Okay, like if I were to list my favorite bits of animation just in general when they do the performances, one is when they show the fingers actually pressing down on the valves or whatever.
Yeah.
For like the trumpets or the youths or whatever, right? Like that kind of like hands are difficult to draw, but the reason that hands are difficult to draw is because of the fingers, right?
Yeah.
You've got so many different joints of potential motion, and you have to make it all line up. Like normally, I would think you would have a computer do something like that, right? But for an actual person to draw and to know that for the hand flexing in this way and then this joint doing this and this joint doing this, you know, that's crazy, right?
Obviously, it gets simplified at points to make it so that it's doable.
Because they're pushing something, it's straight up and down, But then the other one that really stood out to me in this one is every time the one girl would like crash the cymbals together.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like,
yeah, they would slow-mo it, which which helped in that respect. But it was just so freaking awesome to see this whole bit here. Like, this is the kind of thing where those YouTube videos where you're more kind of rewatching it over and over again for the music. But you end up like being picky about the visuals that are attached to your music.
Right.
So you end up like, see, I could listen to this music just fine, and with just a blank black screen there because it's just going to be in the background.
Sure, while you're doing something
and a
else,
minimized window or what have you. But I'm going to have this full screen right there on repeat over and over and over again.
Eyes just trained on it, like oh my god,
just ogling at it, just like like anime boom 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 heart eyes of just like this is so freaking cool, man. Oh my god. So like I loved the fact that they gave us the full performance. It did, it did have to be less than 12 minutes because
they didn't show both the songs. Oh, shame.
Four songs.
Wait,
remember,
4 songs.
There are 4 pieces they put, right?
I thought there were just 2.
Were there 2?
I thought there were 2.
Maybe I'm completely off base here, but I was pretty sure they said even in this episode that there was a point where there were 4 pieces. But that actually makes sense as to why I thought the transitions were so seamless, is that it's actually that there were only 2.
Maybe it's talking about the fact that they did the 2 pieces also at the Kyoto competition or whatever.
Possibly.
But I don't know. I could be wrong, maybe. Because classical pieces are generally a lot longer, and the 12-minute performance, I think that's that's not actually necessarily how long their performance is. That's the max amount of time they have.
It's a max amount of time they get to have on
stage,
on
basically.
stage, yeah. So, yeah, you're right. There's no way then that they would fit in
4 songs.
4 songs in 12 minutes if they were classical. So actually, yeah, I think you're 100% right. I don't know where I got 4 pieces then.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Was there something in the beginning maybe that kind of brought this up? Because they clearly kind of focused on there being like 2 songs that they kind of showed practice of. So yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, then the solo at the end was the transition of the first song, which then transitioned into the second song.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought they just showed the first, because there was the part where they cut away at the beginning, and Taki was about to start, and then they just cut, and we like hear them in the background. We see like the other classmates and stuff.
Well, if there's 2 songs, that all is the first song until the solo. That's just the thing.
Okay.
It's that first season was focused on 1 song. The second season was focused on the second song. And thus we get, their bits there.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
they only focus on the 1 song in season 1. Remember?
Right, but they make it a very like abrupt start of the second song of the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, there's a little bit of time after Reina does her solo that goes into like a wind down of sorts.
Okay, well,
but that is the end of the first song.
Yeah, but debating of pieces and stuff aside, the character moments that we got this episode were really good. They were that sort of culmination on their journeys that they've been on. Things like Reina being like, okay, I'll play this one for you, Kumiko. That was wonderful. That was I loved that. And the whole bringing up the whole thing of, wait, shouldn't you be playing this for Taki-sensei? It's like, well, hold on now. That might be, it'd get a bit too impassioned. That could be bad for the performance.
Right.
And it's like, oh, yes, of course.
Please
that was,
thank you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was sweet. I understand, one of the angles that they're going for here to just make us think that there's, potential romance here in the works, and of course, there won't be. But it's something that was really sweet because while acknowledging her romantic interest in Taki-sensei, there is that friendly and also, I would say, love-based banter that can come into play there, where it's hey, we have put in a lot of passion into this here,
right.
And if you think that no sparks can come out of all this effort, well, I mean, they're paying attention. Maybe.
They very much love each other, and then there's the question of what kind of love will it end up being? Because so far it's the love between friends, right?
Yeah.
But they do love each other very much, and it's wonderful and it's great. Yeah. Oh boy!
And Uroizaka then also playing the solo for
Nozomi. Yep.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
That was excellent. It was wonderful.
Yeah. And then of course at the end, Uroizaka just okay. I do love competitions.
Yeah.
As of now,
mm-hmm.
There's some things that they set up in the first kind of, well, I guess almost first half, but first kind of third of this season, where you have characters who are going to be bringing their all into this performance, and you have other characters where you're more, well, basically Uroizaka, you're more worried, like, well, is she going to be lit up? Is she going to be alive? Is she going to be, putting in her all into this performance? But it's such a different source of conflict than what season 1 was. Season 1 was based around people that were putting in any effort at all, versus those that were
getting into the fine tuning of things. Yeah,
right. But none of this has been based on talent, because in some ways, Monica was the team that then they were the ones that didn't have the talent. They didn't have the skill. They didn't have the ability to perform at this level. So having them basically all awake, having this big moment together where they crescendo into the top spot of all of this, I like the idea that she said as of now, because this is a
Right.
moment where she's at the top of the mountain with everyone, breathing the fresh air.
Yep.
And yeah, today I love competitions. Tomorrow we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
right.
see.
You're right, because
Yeah.
they won one stage of the competition already, and she still said she hated competitions. But now,
Now, yeah.
now that everything's resolved with Nozomi and everything, and that, you know, we are going to nationals and stuff.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
There was something else that happened this episode that you caught on in the and we brought it up in like the in between episode and discussion. That was really interesting in that Azusa.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah,
yet.
so she was going
two things, yeah.
right. So she was in Rika
High School,
Rika
yeah.
High
the
School,
light blue team, yeah.
and they didn't make it. They got silver, and there was the
Right.
whole thing of her saying to Kumiko, "Don't talk to me," you know, at the competition and stuff. Okay, you're in the afternoon, I'm in the morning, or whatever, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah, she was 7th.
Right. It's like, okay, that totally makes sense. What performer would, you know, when all your hard work is being condensed into just 12 minutes, right? Who would be sane at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you pointed out that
The order was a little wonky.
the order was a little wonky when they
Yeah.
showed up, and then they talked about the schools, and it's like, oh, Rika got silver, and it's like, oh, that's her school.
That was
then,
before we saw Azusa's
Right.
bottom half with her schoolmate, her clubmate, who was in their wind ensemble, basically saying that you're late.
right.
Now, one of the things that's implied there is that she's saying you're late for something that had some kind of like a timeline.
Right.
Now, is it them leaving? That doesn't make sense, right?
I think it was that they already did the competition and got their silver, and then she shows up.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
oh boy, that, like, you know, the nerves must have really been getting to her. Like, yeah.
So, if it's that she showed up late to the competition at all and she missed the whole thing,
Yep.
that
Yeah.
that's a very interesting source of potential drama from a personal standpoint. If she ends up talking to Kumiko about it
Sure.
afterwards, is that she was so nervous, or she didn't trust her own ability to perform so much that she feels like she let the team down, or she feels like that's the best they could have gotten, and they maybe would have even
Potentially.
done worse if she was there.
But there's also
Yeah.
the possibility, because she'll never know, because this is
Yep.
all coming from fear,
Yeah.
that maybe the reason they got silver
Yeah,
is
because you didn't
is
show
because
up.
there was not only just because they were down an instrument, you know?
Well, that's
Right.
not the down an instrument. It's down. Oh, you mean like a person playing an instrument?
Right,
'Cause
yeah,
They
yeah.
obviously have other people playing
Yeah.
their instrument.
Right, but if they're-
she's
if
playing
they're-
like a trumpet or something.
Right, I think so. And that's, you know, they'd have plenty of people playing trumpets.
She's not playing the Yoroizuka instrument.
Right, the oboe or
The
whatever.
oboe, yeah.
Yeah. But regardless,
Mm-hmm.
if someone just no-shows to a competition, do you think that might have some mental effects on the other people that would be performing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If all of a sudden we're going in to perform and one of the people who's been like practicing with us and working hard and everything just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're under enough stress and pressure as it is, right? We need speeches from our, you know, club presidents or vice presidents or whoever's giving them, right, in order to make sure that we can perform well. And someone's just not here.
Yeah.
That's not exactly a vote of confidence for everyone else.
That's really unnerving. Another thing that was really quick and subtle is that the actual team for them, I believe, is Rika High School here. Because they're the light blue team, and then they quickly shift from that one over to Tosho.
Right, which has the white uniforms.
Well, no. Wait. Tosho.
Or hold on, they had the white uniforms in the competition.
Well, yeah. But there's the red team, which is not Tosho.
Yeah, that's the technical high school or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tosho is the white one there.
Yeah, in
But
the
on
suits that all just sort of like when they go on to nationals, they're like, oh yes, good job.
I almost got the vibe though that this team has light blue. Oh, maybe these are their undershirts.
Oh, could be.
Yeah, they're not their jackets and everything.
Right.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, what if this was actually Rika, and they're showing how many members they have, and it's that thing of where someone else can replace me, and they have 85. So I'm guessing no, this is just Tosho. if only we saw what the Japanese translation was here. It probably just says members 85, 52nd competition appearance. And then the announcer says, well, Osaka Tosho. So
that's
never mind.
probably Tosho.
Okay.
But
yeah, the thing of her showing up there at the bus, there were
as they're probably
leaving.
Yeah, like that's a whole.
I hope we're not misinterpreting that.
Right. I hope we're not either. But that's if we're right, that is a whole other level of pressure. That's like, hey, if you didn't have it communicate to you yet, audience, that there is an incredible amount of pressure by doing these competitions.
Yeah, by default.
By default, here's an extra way to showcase it. But then there's also the idea that if Kumiko finds out that happened, that might shake her up too, of like, oh, that's the effect that this can have on people. Oh.
But she didn't find out.
She called me, right. And like, I'm talking like if she finds out like much later, like if she talks to her about it, or things like that. And she called me about it the day before.
Oh. I could have rattled her too much.
Yeah, maybe I rattled her. Maybe I could have.
Except she didn't call her. She called Kumiko.
Right? That's what I meant. Or
we were playing the pronoun game.
Very least what I meant, if not what I said. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I think we were just playing the pronoun game, and it just got confusing because of the sentence structure. Yeah.
But when Azusa called Kumiko, right? Yeah. I could see Kumiko potentially blaming herself. Hopefully not. If she ended up finding out that, oh man, maybe there was something that I could have done, that would have like calmed her nerves a bit and been like, no, it's fine, you got this, just show up and all of that stuff, and then who knows, maybe it would have gone better.
Who knows? But that's not her responsibility. It's
nope.
Not her.
So
not
hopefully,
her problem.
I'm hoping it doesn't go to that because, man.
Yeah, but yeah. Regardless of what ended up happening, that was a very cool, subtle thing to set up potential future stuff if they want to have Kumiko interacting with Azusa at any point in the future.
And given that this is only episode 5 in the season, if they do get to nationals, like handle the nationals competition and everything in this season, 1, awesome, but 2, I'm hoping then that can coincide with the resolution of whatever family drama there is for one maximum like tension and drama of like, oh God, what's happening? But then also so that the biggest issue, right, the home life and everything can get resolved in conjunction and in parallel with the true triumph of having all of Japan hear Katauji.
Yeah, I don't want nationals to happen like that quickly. I really feel like this show is moving too fast at times. I want more time to get to know the characters.
Okay.
Like, I want actually more... I just want more show, really.
Right.
Like,
but if that does happen, then that means if we do get a third season, that can be when, like...
Well, no, this is one of those, like, shows that's been out for a long time, and, KyoAni isn't making just sequels of anything right now.
KyoAni could make a third season of this.
Yes. Way later from now.
But then we could get Hazuki in the competitions and things like that.
Yes. I would love that. That's really cool.
On, and that would
we
be
do
really
have
sad.
a movie.
That's true.
We do have a movie.
I think there might be 2, actually.
Okay, I don't know anything about how many, but yeah, the idea that we are going through 2 nationals rather quickly.
Yep.
It does make me nervous though, because then I don't really see them necessarily winning because of the way things started this season. With it being an in media res thing, they're like way ahead of time. Like Kumiko was out in the snow.
That is a really
having
good
this
point.
kind of like kind of wanderlust kind of look in her eyes, where it's like, oh, it's been quite a journey, and we're here winter time and stuff. And also, of course, depending on that, nationals I don't think would be that much after the regional competitions.
Probably not.
They don't get that much time to practice. I'm more. Yeah, I just want more story, man. I want more story. I want more of those character moments that happen in the first 4 episodes here. That was so good. So, that all being said, Thank you all so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to
Yes.
see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if ain't that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.